Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon, classmate. I'm Bernard M. Tengson, and we are group number 1. Together with my members, Miss Marivin Plagne and Miss Marie Chris Tanaman, we will be discussing Module 3, which is all about financial statements, tools, and budgets. To begin with, let me discuss financial values, goals, and strategies. Let me start by discussing the financial planning process. The financial planning process includes the following steps. Number 1, setting realistic financial and personal goals. Number 2, evaluating where you are now financially. Number 3, developing a plan to reach your goals. Number 4, putting your plan into action. And at number 5, monitoring your plan to stay on track with changing goals and circumstances. To summarize, dito ipinapaliwanag na sa financial planning process, dapat daw na nagseset tayo ng realistic na personal at financial goals. Alam natin ang ating katayuang pangpinansyal. Gumagawa tayo ng mga plano kung paano natin makukuha ang ating mga goals. Isinasakatuparan ang ating mga plano at dapat din nating minomonitor ang ating mga plano para manatili itong stable kung sakaling magkaroon ng pagbabago sa ating mga goals o kung hinihingi ng pagkakataon. Next, let me discuss how identifying your financial values and goals sets the stage for financial success. Values and goals keep a balance between spending and saving and help you stay committed to your financial plans. Once goals are set, you can develop the strategies necessary for their achievement. Financial planning, the process of developing and implementing a coordinated series of financial plans, can help you achieve financial success. Dito naman, sinasabi na yung mga values daw na na-instill sa atin mula pagkabata at yung mga goals natin sa buhay ang siyang nagpapanatili ng balanse sa pagitan ng paggasta at pag-iipon at nakakatulong para manatili tayong committed sa ating pangpinansyal na pagpaplano. Kapag malinaw na daw ang goals, mas madali nang gumawa ng mga estratehiya kung paano natin maaabot ang ating mga bitiin. Now, I will be discussing the question, how values define our financial success. Your values provide the underlying support and rationale for your financial and lifestyle goals. Your values are your fundamental beliefs about what is important, desirable, and worthwhile. They serve as the basis for your goals. All of us differ in the ways we value education, spiritual life, health, employment, credit use, family life, and many other factors. Personal financial goals grow out of these values because we inevitably consider some things more important or desirable than others. We express our values in part by the ways we spend, we save, invest, and donate our money. Dito ay ipinapaliwanag na ang values na meron tayo ang siyang nagde-define ng ating financial success, sapagkat ang values natin ay ang ating mga pinaniniwalaan at binibigyan ng pagpapahalaga. Dito natin ibinabase kung ano ang mahalaga, kung ano ang kanais-nais at ang karapat-dapat. Naipapakita natin kung anong values ang meron tayo sa pamamaraan ng ating pamumuhay, paggagasta, pag-iipon o pag-iimbest ng ating pera. Ipinapaliwanag din dito na ang ating mga financial goals daw ay sumusunod lamang sa values na mayroon tayo. Dapat daw na ang ating mga financial goals at estilo ng pamumuhay ay consistent lamang o naaayon sa values na meron tayo. Now, I will be discussing financial goals follow from your values. It says here that successful financial planning evolves from your financial goals. Financial goals are the specific long, intermediate, and short-term objectives to be attained through financial planning and management efforts. Financial and lifestyle goals should be consistent with your values to serve as a rational basis for financial actions. They must be stated explicitly in terms of purpose, dollar amounts, and the projected dates by which they are to be achieved. Dito, bilang suporta sa nauna kong statement, ipinapaliwanag lamang dito na yung mga financial goals daw natin ay sumusunod lamang sa values na mayroon tayo. Kung ano yung values na na-instill sa atin mga pagkabata o yung ating mga kinamulatan ng mga prinsipyo at paniniwala, lalo na sa pagdating sa pananalapi, nakasalalay yung mga goals natin. Kung ano nga yung values na meron tayo at naituro sa atin at kinalakhan natin at sinusunod natin, diyan natin ibinabase ang ating mga goals. Kaya dito ay sinasabi na yung mga values daw natin ang siya rin naman nagiging pundasyon kung magiging successful ba o maa-achieve ba natin yung ating mga financial goals. Next, I will be discussing the financial statements measure your financial health and progress. Under this topic, I will be discussing the financial statements. Financial statements are compilations of personal financial data designed to communicate information on money matters. They are used often along with other financial data to indicate the financial condition and behavior of an individual or family. Under the financial statements, the two most useful statements are the balance sheet and the cash flow statement. A balance sheet or net worth statement describes an individual's or family's financial condition on a specified date, often January 1, by showing assets, liabilities, and net worth. It provides a current status report and includes information on what you own, what you owe, and what the net result would be if you paid off all your debts. It answers the question, where are you financially right now? Next is a cash flow statement or income and expense statement. It lists and summarizes income and expense transactions that have taken place over a specific period of time, such as within a month or within a year. It tells you where your money came from and where it went. It answers the question, where did your money go? So dito, ipinapaliwanag na ang financial statements naman sa kabilang banda ay isang katipunan ng mga pinansyal na datos na sadyang dinisenyo upang mas maintindihan ang kalagayang pinansyal ng isang individual o kahit ng isang pamilya. Sa ilalim daw ng financial statements ay mayroong dalawang popular na transaction. Ito ay ang balance sheet at ang cash flow statement. Ang balance sheet ay ang siyang naglalarawan sa kalagayang pinansyal ng isang individual o pamilya, kung saan ipinapakita nito ang mga pag-aari, mga pagkakautang at ang kabuuang halaga ng isang tao o pamilya kung sakaling babayaran niya ang lahat ng kanyang utang. Samantalang ang cash flow statement naman ay ang siyang naglilista ng lahat ng kinita at ginastos ng isang individual o pamilya sa loob ng isang buwan o maging ng isang taon. Sinasabi nito sa iyo kung saan nanggaling ang iyong pera at kung saan ito napunta. Sinasagot nito ang katanungang saan napunta ang iyong pera. Samantalang ang balance sheet naman ay sumasagot sa katanungang saan ka ngayon pagdating sa iyong pinansyal na katayuan. This is where I will end my report and the next reporter will be Miss Marivin Plagne.
Hi, good day. I'm Marvin Flagne from BSB HR3F discussing the strategies to increase your network. Increasing your network involves a combination of managing your asset and liabilities effectively. One strategy is to reduce unnecessary spending and channel those savings towards assets. For instance, foregoing daily purchases like coffee or snacks can accumulate significant savings over time. So let's consider this. If you spend 250 pesos on coffee every workday, that's amount to 1,250 per week or approximately 5,000 pesos per month. By cutting back on such expenses, you're essentially adding to your asset pool. Another strategy involves increasing your income and wisely allocating the surplus towards assets or debt repayment. For example, if you receive a raise or bonus at work, instead of immediately raising your spending, consider saving or investing the additional income. Let's say your monthly income increases by 12,500 pesos due to by a raise. By saving or investing a portion of this extra income, you're effectively increasing asset base and consequently your net worth. Additionally, paying off high interest debts such as credit card balances directly boosts your net worth. Um, for instance, if you have a credit card balance of 25,000 pesos with an interest rate of 20% per year, paying off this debt saves you 5,000 pesos in interest annually. These 5,000 pesos saved can be redirected towards building assets or further debt repayment, accelerating the growth of your net worth. The cash flow statement tracks where your money came from and when. A cash flow statement provides a comprehensive overview of your financial transactions over a specific period, typically monthly or annually. Let's consider a monthly cash flow statement as an example. Income. This section records all sources of income, including wages, salary, bonuses, rental income, etc. For instance, if you earn 15,000 pesos per month from your job and 2,500 pesos from rental property, your total income would be 17,500 pesos. For the expenses, here you list all your expenditures such as rent or mortgage, payments, utilities, groceries, transportation, entertainment, etc. For instance, if your monthly expenses include 6,000 pesos per rent, 1,000 for utilities, 1,500 pesos for groceries, and 1,000 for transportation, your total expenses would be 9,500 pesos. For the surplus or deficit, by subtracting total expenses from total income, you arrive at your surplus or deficit if your total income is 17,500 pesos and total expenses are 9,500 pesos, your surplus would be 8,000 pesos. Conversely, if your total expenses exceed your income, you have a deficit. Financial record keeping saves time and makes you money. Effective financial record keeping involves maintaining organized documentation of your financial transactions, which offers various benefits. Let's explore this with examples. For tax deductions, keeping accurate records of deductible expenses such as charitable donations, business expenses, and medical expenses allows you to maximize your tax deductions. For example, if you donate 5,000 pesos to a qualified charity and have proper documentation, you can claim this amount as a tax deduction, reducing your taxable income. For emergency preparedness, by storing duplicate financial records in separate locations, such as at home and with as a trusted family member, or in a secure digital format, you ensure access to crucial financial information in case of emergencies, such as natural disasters or unexpected events. For the financial planning, regularly reviewing your financial records helps identify spending patterns, track progress towards financial goals, and Make informed decisions about saving, budgeting, investing, and debt repayment. And for the example, analyzing your monthly expenses may reveal opportunities to reduce discretionary spending and increase saving towards long-term goals such as retirement or education.
Miss Maricrisa naman, and we will discuss about your goals through budgeting your spending savings action plan. One of the best way to achieve your financial objectives is to make this plan of action to assist you efficiently managing your savings and spending. Make a budget compels you to think about your priorities and the things you want to own. Your desired way of life, the steps necessary to achieve it, and in general what you wish to accomplish in life. Setting up a budget allows you to have financial control and empowers you. Set financial objectives is a critical step toward financial success. Ba't ba sinabing critical? Siyempre, papasok dito yung pagiging matured ng isang tao. Yung need mong magbayad ng bills, for your house if nangungupahan ka lang, or create an educational fund if you have children or plan to pursue a higher education. Consider savings for their education expenses. Research different education savings plan and building emergency fund for unexpected expenses or financial emergency. Make and reconcile budget estimates. Identify your income by starting determine your total income. List your expenses. Make a comprehensive list of your expenses. Estimate your expenses. Assess estimated amount to each expenses categories based on your past spending patterns and future expectation. You create and reconcile monthly income and expenses forecast prior to the start of the course in order to reconcile competing requirement and wants to make any required vision to the estimation. Planning cash flow. Ensuring you have enough cash on hand to fulfill your goals and cover your costs depends on your ability to plan your cash flows. Control spending priorities, needs over wants. It is important to differentiate between needs essential like rent, grocery, utilize, and wants not essentially like dining out, entertainment. Prioritize your needs and budget for your wants carefully. Budgeting control are technique to maintain control over personal expense expending so that plan amount are not exist. They give feedback on whether spending is on target and provide information on overspending, errors, emergency and exception or mission. Evaluate budgeting process. Track your savings, monitor your savings process, and compare it to your savings goals. Assessing financial goals. Evaluate your progress toward your financial goals. Are you on track to achieve them? If not, identify an obstacle or challenge that may be hindering your process. Monitoring cash flow. Regularly review your cash flow to ensure that you have enough funds to cover your expenses and meet your financial goals. Financial software and planning tools make managing your money. Financial software and planning tools can needed make managing your money such easier and more efficient. Financial reporting. These tools are general various reports such as an income statement, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Mobile accessibility. Many financial tools have mobile apply allowing you to manage your financial go. On the go, you can assess your budget, track expenses, and receive notification about upcoming bills from the smartphone and tablet.